The vacuum law of prosperity states that if you want greater good and greater prosperity in your life, you need to create a vacuum for it. The law of vacuum states that the universe abhors an empty space and will expand to fill it. This law states that if there is anything new that you want in your life, you must first create room for it. In other words, you need to release what you do not want to make room for that which you do want. Part of receiving wealth and prosperity requires creating space for it. It's important to release what no longer serves you, whether a thought, a memory, a thing, and even a relationship. If you want new clothes, you must create room for it by getting rid of the old, unwanted ones. If you want a beautiful fruit tree to grow in your garden, you must first pull out the weeds to create space for it. As you release what no longer serves you, you create space for the new to enter your life. You need to release and let go of the old to make room for the new. New things do not flow easily into a house that is cluttered or into a wardrobe that is full. The declutter process is part of practicing the vacuum law of prosperity. So, what is clutter? Clutter is anything that slows you down. If you're looking for a tape in a drawer with 10 million other things, rummaging, that is slowing you down. Clutter is anything that is taking too much space, collecting dust, and has lost its utility. Clutter also represents postponed decisions. Closets, drawers, cabinets are filled with hope and future possibilities of many. I might use this someday. Clean out anything that is not serving your well-being. Our bodies are naturally designed to get rid of waste. Decluttering is not only aesthetically pleasing, but we also feel good because we are removing the noise that the clutter represents. There's a lightness to be enjoyed. Releasing your clutter brings closure. It gives people a renewed sense of control over their environment. Many people struggle to let go of things when they have spent a lot of money on those things and feel guilty about wasting money. That money is already spent, but that thing that is still lying around, not adding value to your life, possibly even adding annoyance, maybe it could add value to someone else. Give your stuff a second life by giving it away or donating it to charities. If you can find someone that would appreciate it and pass it on, then you participate in the law of circulation. We place a lot of power in things. The memories, the comfort, security, the approval we get from others, and the identity associated with it. Things also gives us an illusion of permanence. It's always around, so we will be around. I want to remind you, the power is always within you. We give power to the things around us. They reflect that power that is within us. This idea of conscious living by decluttering is not a modern phenomenon. Cultures and religions like Hinduism and Buddhism have associated a good life with limiting possessions or avoiding excessive consumption. In the Hindu tradition, days before the festival of Diwali, people declutter and clean their houses so that Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth and prosperity, will visit them. What are you still holding on to that you need to release? Some tips. Number 1. Start small and chip away at it. Don't try to tackle a big area. Instead of saying, I'm going to get rid of all, start at small, achievable area. Start with a drawer and then move on to 3 drawers rather than pulling everything out and then getting overwhelmed. Once you decide what goes, get it out of your house. Don't just move it from one place to another. Release it. Number 2. Do it with love. One of the things that may happen while decluttering is once people have decided to declutter, they go into it with the feeling of anger, or sometimes they associate guilt for holding on to that stuff for so long. The most powerful moment is now. You have decided to release this stuff. Do it with love and gratitude. There was a time and place when that thing mattered to you. Thank it for being there with you for however long it has, for serving you however it has. And now, release it with love. Make this activity a positive one rather than a negative one. Number 3. It's not advisable to declutter all the time. Most old tradition usually had a specific time in the year, rituals to release things that no longer serve. Every few months, declutter a big space by dividing into little spaces. To declutter is not just a physical act, but also a mental and spiritual practice. Decluttering emotional areas include forgiveness, releasing toxic relationships. I will make a detailed video on this topic. The idea of conscious living is creating an environment that includes things, relationships, beliefs, food that provide us with joy, freedom, and ease. You have set some intentions in your life. Now your choices in these areas represent that. One day, we will all leave this physical plane. We will all leave behind our belongings. Leave behind the things that speak the life you led, not the attic full of clutter you were afraid to deal with. Declutter and create space for the new. Let go of the past so that the abundant present can show up. Live an easy, free, abundant life. Thank you and namaste. This is Niko on the Moon.